Hello, brothers and sisters. My name is Georgina Valerie Castillo, and I'm very excited to present to you my internship presentation with all of you that I've learned throughout this entire semester. And I'm very excited to present to you what I've learned so far in my internship. So, how did I find my internship? Well, first of all, I personally wanted to find an internship that's going to be beneficial towards my major and also to what I've learned throughout the 4 years I've been at BYU, Idaho. And so the organization that I have found is called Brighter Community Resources. How have I been able to find this nonprofit organization is through the BYU Idaho internship list. And when I was applying for this Brighter Community Resources, I was observing and looking up throughout the entire website, saying to myself, hey, this is someplace, that would be beneficial towards me, considering this nonprofit organization is from Costa Rica. And so I thought to myself, it's a brand new organization. And so I wanted to try something different, see what's going to be beneficial towards me. And obviously, this is a new internship in a nonprofit organization as well. And so that's one of the reasons why I decided to apply for this internship. And also, too, I'm grateful that I found this internship considering it's still a new nonprofit organization. So, what were my responsibilities throughout my internship? So I was a social media coordinator. I was in charge of making reels on videos, Facebook, and I was responsible to be posting on Instagram at the same time. Every single week, throughout my entire internship, I would be posting 4 to 5 weeks a post, whether it's a general posting reels or videos overall. And obviously too, considering this internship is from Costa Rica, most likely you'll be using WhatsApp. So that's one of the reasons why I put the WhatsApp picture there. And overall, my responsibility was to be able to communicate with my supervisors every single week and attend weekly meetings. And the other part, what were my responsibilities were part of this internship was advertising our fundraiser and donations. So what I did was for the fundraiser is I will go out to parks, I will go to bakeries, cafes, I will go to my local community and speak to other people, and I will go sometimes to neighborhoods just talking about our retreats and recruiting other people, whether or not they would be interested in our nonprofit organization. Because for retreats, if you were to apply to this internship here at Brighter Community Resources, you'll be able to go to Costa Rica, do humanitarian relief. So during those times when I was doing the fundraiser, I feel like I personally made an agenda each week where to go, who to speak to, how was I be able to recruit other people and everything. And obviously I went to high schools as well. And sometimes I went to college campuses as well, just because you have to branch out. You have to talk to people for them to be interested, whether or not they decide to go to Costa Rica. And also too, if they want to donate and contribute to our nonprofit organization. So the next one will be is how is it beneficial for me to serve in my internship? I personally felt so blessed and I'm grateful that I applied to this internship just because you're talking to not only people that are in the United States, but you're also talking to people from different countries and also to people from Costa Rica. And one of the benefits for me to serve in this internship was one of the supervisors and some of the interns did not speak English well, and I'm blessed to say that I was able to help them, translate from Spanish to English and everything. Because some of the supervisors and the interns had a little bit of difficulty to communicate as well. So I was blessed and lucky enough to be able to translate and be able to communicate with them what were their needs and obviously how they were able to meet my needs overall. And I just loved my supervisors. They're really amazing people, and I've made a ton of connections with them as well. So, what were my personal experiences and benefits? For me personally, it's just overall a growing experience for me and as well, and it actually kind of opened my eyes a little bit, considering again, despite I may have not been in Costa Rica just yet, But some of those photos that I have seen, as a social media coordinator, we're in charge, to post about what's happening in Costa Rica. There's been a couple like things that, that touched my heart because it made me feel grateful to, that I've been blessed to say I'm provided resources and many things, in my life overall. In other countries, like in Costa Rica, unfortunately, they're not as, blessed as we are, fortunate. And so I think overall, I've just been more grateful, more humble because I've seen all this, whether or not it's in person or online. And obviously, too, when I speak to the people from Costa Rica, such as my supervisors, they tell me a bit stories about what's going on there. Children's, need school supplies, clothes, donations, computers, and some of the schools in Costa Rica, some of them they're broken swings, parks that are not that clean as well and everything. But overall, I just feel like this internship so far has really humbled me to, be grateful for the small little things. What were the connections related to BYU Idaho courses? So the first one, obviously, as I mentioned before, I was a social media coordinator for posting every single day. So one of them is social media digital marketing, obviously. This class particularly relates to it because I kind of felt like when I took this class, it was a preparation for me to do well by posting, making videos, focus on the likes, the views, followers, and engagements as well, and how I'm able to recruit more followers than the beginning before I started my internship towards the end. I definitely can say that I've gained a lot of followers in our nonprofit organization on social media just because I learned how to pace myself, what to post and when not to post as well. And as for the study and life skills course that I've took at BYU Idaho, I think for this class particularly has helped me to build communication skills and obviously to be able to do projects and posting on social media and obviously talking, recruiting other people. It has helped me to basically built the basic life skills such as communication, being able to do projects on time, follow the due dates, meet the deadlines and all that. So those one of the two courses that I truly have benefited me throughout my internship is those two classes. Should I apply to this internship? Absolutely. As you can see, the two supervisors right here and their husbands, which is Sophia Calderon and Kinsey Evans, they're one of the best people that I've ever, communicated with. They're very flexible, and I feel overall this internship can really help you, specifically if you want to learn about other countries and you want to make a difference in other countries, humanitarian donations, this is one of the few internships that I highly recommend that you should apply to. And also, too, if you're lucky enough to be bilingual, you can also, too, be able to help supervisors such as Sofia Calderon to help you to practice your Spanish because she's one of the few that actually only speaks a tiny bit of English. So if you're lucky enough and blessed that you want to speak more Spanish, I highly recommend to attend to and apply to Brighter Community Resources. And if you're able to also go to Costa Rica, I highly recommend to do it as a humanitarian relief as well, so you can help people as well in person. And so I overall enjoyed this internship and I highly recommend it again. Who do I contact for the internship? So as you can see, as I mentioned before, Kinsey Evans, she's one of the most amazing people that I've ever worked with. She's very flexible as well, and she is just one of the best people. And she's very understandable, and as long you tell her to, hey, if there's like an issue happening, in your internship, whether it's scheduling problems, you're sick, or anything's going on in your life personally, do not hesitate to whether or not to speak to her because she is one of the most nicest, most wonderful, kind people of all time. So I highly recommend, to contact her, reach out to her. Her email's right there below and her full name is there. And so I truly hope that whoever is watching this, you will be able to apply to brighter community resources. So I truly hope that whoever is watching this again to please apply to brighter community resources. It's been a blessing overall for me to be as an intern and working with this nonprofit organization. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching my presentation and I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, thank you again.